is negative $391.60. So that is how much money he lost that day for his stocks. Or that's how much money his stocks went down. All right, so let's look at problem 8. Keiko is an intern at a weather station. The 3-day low temperatures were negative 5.5 degrees Celsius, negative 2.4 degrees Celsius, and 4 degrees Celsius. Determine the average low temperature for the 3-day period. So average, when we're finding the average of anything, you're going to add up all of those numbers and divide by how many atoms you're adding. So average is going to be add up all numbers and divide by total number of items you added. Well, the average for this is going to be all of these items, so 5, and I'm going to turn that into a decimal. So that's going to be 5.5 plus negative 2.4 plus 4. And then I'm going to divide that by the total numbers I'm adding. I am adding 1, 2, 3 items. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this. Negative 5.5 plus negative 2.4. Let's do that on the side real quick. They're both negatives, so I know their answer is going to be negative. So 5 and 4 is going to be 9. Carry down the decimal because we're doing addition. And then 5 and 2 is 5, 6, 7. 7.9. So that's a negative 7.9. And then we're going to do plus 4 over 3. Okay, so now remember thinking in terms of positive and negative numbers. You have a negative 7.9 plus 4. So we're going to treat that as a subtraction. 7.9 minus 4.0. Okay, remember I added the 0.0 because I had to identify where the decimal point was for the 4. The 9 minus 0 is just going to be 9. And 7 minus 4 is going to be 3. So this is going to be negative 3.9 over 3. So the question was, how do we know if my answer is going to be negative or positive? Well, because 7.9 is larger than 4, it's going to be negative. How you can remember it? The bigger number's sign wins. Okay? So if 4 had been the bigger number, our answer would have been positive. But since 7 was the bigger number, our answer ended up being negative. Okay, and you can also check to make sure you're doing your work correctly by hand. You could check it with your calculator. But remember, you're not allowed to use your calculator for the first exam. You got to show all your work by hand. Okay, we're still not quite done. We got to do this division here. So let's do that on the side. 3.9. So I'm going to ignore the negative for now, but I'm going to remember the fact that since it's a negative divided by a positive, my answer is going to be negative. But for now, I'll just do the regular division on the side. So that's going to be 3 into 3.9. Well, 3 can go into 3 once. Minus 3, 0. Break down the 9. 3 can go into 9 how many times? 3 times. So 9, and our remainder is 0. And then we carry up our decimal there. So my answer is going to be negative 1.3. And remember, how did we know it was going to be a negative answer? Because we had a negative divided by a positive, which is going to be a negative number. So our answer, remember, this is going to be answered in word form. The average low temperature was negative 1.3 degrees Celsius. And I forgot to box my answer up here, so I'll go ahead and do that. And that is it.